Hey gamer. Today I'm here to tell you about the greatest Rocket League 1v1 ever. The 1v1 I played that changed my entire life forever. Basically, it was a $1,000 best of 5 1v1 match versus Spoodah that Johnny Boy hosted. But there is much more than just $1,000 on the line here. Spoodah, my mans. I thought we were friends. What's up with you going around in everyone's DMs, walking on the streets telling everyone, oh, I can beat Musty in 1v1s. Like, I've seen the leaked DMs, bro. Take me on Manfield night, you're going down. Best of 5. I think it was a Thursday afternoon. Spoodah was streaming. We were both like really close to Supersonic Legend. We weren't there yet, but I'm pretty sure we played each other like 6 or 7 times. Spoodah screenshotted the one game he beat me, and he's like, oh, okay, I can beat Musty. You know, I gotta call him out when he's doing stuff like that.
It's a Thursday afternoon. It's about like 9 o'clock. Young man was streaming, feeling himself at the lo-fi a little bit, just kicking back, chilling. I was the one who 6-1 Musty.
Notice how Spoodah taps his arm 2 times like that. That's a telltale sign of a liar. But if you don't know Spoodah, he's one of my former friends. He's a Supersonic Legend ranked player, he's been the sub for some pro teams, so he's really good. But on that Thursday afternoon, I absolutely destroyed him in rank. So Johnny Boy contacted us, put $1,000 on the line for a best of 5 with thousands of people watching, and the winner of this match would prove who actually won on that Thursday afternoon. But before we get into the games, I want to give a big shout out to today's sponsor at Display. Every time I stream on Twitch or have facecam in a video, I always get a lot of questions asking what are the posters in the background or where I got them. So basically those aren't actually posters. They're called displays, and what's cool about them is they're a kind of metal poster with a smooth feel to them, and it's way easier to put on the wall compared to like a normal picture. Plus with their patented magnet mounting system, it won't damage your walls at all. So I'd recommend buying some displays if your room feels kind of bland right now, or if you just want to spice it up a bit. Chances are whatever you're passionate about or really enjoy doing, they'll have a display for it. Like seriously, there are way too many to choose from. But I of course got a Rocket League display and some ones for some artists I listen to, and these can work really well as Christmas gifts or just gifts in general. Plus for every display you buy, a tree will get planted in the ground. And there's also a Black Friday sale going on right now where you can get up to 42% off your order. Just make sure to click the first link in the description if you want to check out some displays, and on December 3rd the sale goes down to 15% off. So if you buy a few displays today, that'll be the best value. But with that being said, let's get back into the video. Obviously, I want to wish Spoodah the best of luck, you know, seriously. We're actually pretty good friends, you know. I wish him the best of luck, and one thing to say to Spoodah, don't get Musty flicked.
He's a good friend of mine too. I want to wish him good luck, and I will not get Musty flicked. No chance I will get Musty flicked. 0%. I will not get Musty flicked. You heard it here first. Not happening. And with an alright kickoff, little did I know, the greatest 1v1 of all time had just gotten started. My first real opportunity. Spoodah was positioned correctly, but I had complete control. And with a flick placed high, Spoodah was forced to make an awkward save, and I end up getting my first goal. Next kickoff. I did a nifty little fake to buy myself some space, and I got a chance to bring it up the wall. I knew if I could do something fancy in the very beginning of the game that Spoodah would probably get tilted, so that's what I tried. That's right. With a purposeful miss on the ceiling shot, Spoodah got faked, I secured the goal, and I hit him with a what a save. At this point, I was sure I was in his head after I hit him with the what a save. I got possession and figured since the last 2 plays I went high, this time I would try for the low 50-50. But I forgot to take one thing into account. Spoodah has been hitting the gym recently. Because of this, his car was stronger and he got the perfect 50-50, which gave him his first goal of the match. Here I'm caught in a really weird situation. He has possession and I know his mechanics are solid, so I decide to fake the challenge. I was forced to pre-jump and end up getting a really solid save. What a save.
I got the ball settled for a dribble and perfectly placed my flick bar down.
Oh my goodness, okay, both players are coming out looking pretty good so far.
And after all my hard work, Spoodah wins the kickoff and he gets a kickoff goal. But it was all fine. I took his boost and figured I could catch him off guard by being aggressive, because the last challenge I faked. I got a perfect challenge, it bounced off the ceiling, and it should be an easy, open... Here, I was scared for my life. I already clipped on Spoodah, so I figured he'd go for something fancy, and fortunately it wasn't too threatening, and I was able to get possession and hit him with an air dribble to get a 2-goal lead. Actually, a 3-goal lead, cause kickoffs. Here, I got demoed, but I had just enough time to spawn, and thankfully I read his low 50-50, but he was really quick to attack again. With a flick that was too high, I knew this was my time. And one thing to say to Spoodah, don't get musty flipped. I had to hit him with the musty flip. I was already imagining the chat's reaction and how the casters were gonna go crazy, but yeah, it didn't work. But that didn't stop my confidence though. Perhaps I was a little too overconfident going for the ceiling save, which left Spoodah in open net. I could tell Spoodah was definitely tilted after that, and I eventually got a counterattack set up, bumping him right before he could touch the ball to secure the goal. And finally, with a kickoff goal by me and a good save which led to a counterattack goal by him, I ended up winning game 1, 8-4.
Whenever Spoodah does come up with an answer to it, expect Musty to change somewhat quickly. So I don't think Spoodah can really gain an advantage in the kickoffs. I think he can just try and level it out a little bit.
If I wanted to win game 2, I would need to keep winning kickoffs. The first one didn't go in my favor, but I did end up picking some boost pads and getting a nice pre-jump save. Then I got some more pads and tried going for a quick demo, but Spoodah had godlike reaction time, narrowly avoiding my demo attempt. And that's how he got his first goal. So I went for a flip reset, and after I missed it, I had to rush back, but Spoodah is somehow the best player in the world at avoiding my demos. And after yet another failed demo attempt that led to a goal, I figured it's probably about time to try changing up my strategy on defense.
Oh no!
He doesn't have the speed though for a demo. I don't quite know what that play was.
Now here is one of the few times this game I had full ball control and a good amount of boost, so you already know what I had to do.
No chance I will get musty flick, 0%.
And ladies and gentlemen, mainly gentlemen, that is right, I did it. I scored a musty flick on Spoodah. I completely proved him wrong, and right when I scored it, I was imagining the chat going wild, thinking about how I would edit this epic poggers moment into my YouTube video, and how I would tag Spoodah on Twitter, and how many likes I would end. Wait, did Spoodah just score 4 goals on me? Okay, so maybe I got just a little bit overconfident after I scored the musty flick, and now the game was halfway over and I was 5 goals down. And you know what that means. It was time for me to turn on my monitor. I hit him with a fake and ended up scoring a pretty sloppy goal. But hey, if you know anything about 1v1s, you know kickoffs are extremely important, so that sloppy goal was quickly followed by a perfectly placed shot in the upper 90. And that perfectly placed shot was followed by yet another kickoff goal. Suddenly, this game just got a whole lot closer. Now this may just seem like a normal counterattack to the naked eye, but if you pay close attention, I won this 50-50 abnormally well. Because secretly, between games 1 and 2, I did an entire workout at my local gym, which gave me extra strength. And now gentlemen, I nearly made a comeback, and all I needed to do was score one. Okay, there we go. Nothing really happened until there was about 30 seconds left.
Gonna have to try and chase back. Spoodah chooses the 100 boost. Musty sets himself up. He goes to Spoodah! He's got him!
That was rude.
The comeback has been complete!
With a 1-goal lead, time was ticking down the clock after I completely cyberbullied Spoodah, and I had a free chance to Cuxer pinch, which nearly secured the game. But Spoodah narrowly missed his 0-second air dribble bump attempt, so I took the win and I was ready for game 3. With game 3 started, I knew if I won this, I would win the entire series, but Spoodah knew the same thing and he was not here to play around. Despite having some decent opportunities towards the beginning of this game, I wasn't able to capitalize, and I'm not gonna lie, Spoodah was playing really well, forcing me into awkward spots, and he was placing his shots perfectly. Another thing I was doing was overcomplicating my shots.
He's gone for it again.
It's not working.
I really had to give it my all if I wanted to stay in this game, so I secured a kickoff goal and was hoping for another quick goal, so I delayed my air dribble to get around him, but this man had obviously been in the library with reads like that, so I shoot again, and Spoodah somehow got back to get a miracle save, and at this point I'm absolutely devastated. Nah, just joking, the ball hit the post and I had an open net. But I still had no idea what Spoodah must have eaten before game 3 because this man just kept placing his shots perfectly in the net.
Luckily, my patented kickoff is literally goated and really helped me stay in this game, so with 2 kickoff goals, we were tied once again. There was just over a minute left. The game was still tied, $1,000 on the line. So you know what? That's definitely the best time for me to start dribbling backwards to try a new mechanic and turtle 360 up the wall.
You deserve that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Musty deserved that. That was a big karma play from Spoodah. Hopefully Spoodah scores from it, honestly.
Hey!
Yeah, that's what you get, Musty.
Hey!
That's what you get. This is smug. You can't be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say I probably deserve getting scored on there. After a lot of back and forth though, I still found myself 1 goal down, so I pretty much had to score this. So I hit the ball up the wall, jumped to the ceiling, kept my momentum, and got one final touch to slot the ball in the bottom corner. A high risk play, but I got rewarded for it. With about 15 seconds left, I kept the ball in his half and had the confidence to go for a wall shot. Now when I jumped off the wall, I was 100% confident I would bar down this and end the game. Unfortunately, I suck at the game and passed the ball right to Spoodah and found myself 1 goal down with only 4 seconds remaining. Don't worry though, this game was far from over. If you remember in the pre-game interview, I said I've lurked in some of Spoodah's streams.
I've been, kind of lurking in the stream.
Little did he know I watched him play his last 50 1v1 games and I had a tendency chart for everything he does. I glanced to the pie graphs on my 3rd monitor to see the outcome of a middle kickoff, and 86% of the time he does a front flip, meaning he wouldn't notice if I hit the brakes and delay my kickoff by 0.8 seconds. That would theoretically give me enough space and time to hit it off the wall and score a goal at 0 seconds to bring the game to overtime.
Hits the floor.
And with all the analytics correct, I forgot I just can't score open nets. So in game 4, all I needed to do was score more goals than Spoodah and I win $1,000, but he wasn't gonna make that very easy. In the beginning, it seemed like no matter what I did, he had a perfect counter for it, so he was definitely off to an amazing start, but part of the problem was the fact that I kept doing stuff like this. Like yeah, I guess that looked pretty cool, but it didn't get me anywhere. He was just playing simple Rocket League and it was working. And with a few more misplays by me, I found myself 4 goals down within the first minute of the game once again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Spoodah finally lost focus and started freestyling, and once he messed up, I got an easy open net. But still, 3 goals down with $1,000 on the line, all my brain wanted to do was keep freestyling, so I go for the clip, miss the shot, and Spoodah scores the open net.
This has now suddenly become, someone goes for a really good play, and then the other player scores the open net.
Yeah, it's like watching like a freestyle lobby 1v1 at the moment.
Luckily, as usual, my kickoffs came in clutch. They really did help me a lot throughout this entire video whenever I was down. But I couldn't just rely on kickoffs if I wanted to win this game. I got possession with the ball on the hood of my car, so I jumped up for an air dribble, but he can read those very well, so I actually stopped boosting so I could get a really hard touch at the last second.
And he
That was
gets
a much
it.
better position as well. Yeah, fantastic setup. The first touch has been very heavy so far from Musty. This one, he keeps it a lot closer. Spoodah waiting for his chance and realizes he's not going to get a freebie on the challenge.
And yeah, that was a good goal by me, but not gonna lie, this is one of the best shots I've ever seen Spoodah score. So if he's doing stuff like that, I knew I had to one-up him and get really creative in order to tie this game. I couldn't just rely on kickoffs if I wanted to win this game. I guess maybe I did need to rely on kickoffs to win this game. At this point, the game was tied, and with yet another good kickoff, I secured boosts, ball, and a bounce. So I jump up into the air, and this worked previously, so instead of speeding up my air dribble, I slow it down so I can hit it over him at the very last second. And let me just tell you, this right here was my favorite goal of the entire series.
What's going on?
Oh, it's a fake! Oh!
I really think, especially after I would have saved him here, that this was the goal that really changed everything. Spoodah knew he was definitely going to be on the wrong end of a YouTube video, and my confidence was at an all-time high. I kept my playstyle pretty simple from here on out and continued getting shot after shot, keeping the ball in his half, taking his boost, and forcing him to use boost on saves. I knew eventually I would find a hole in his defense if I kept the pressure, and this flick finally secured me the goal. With a good kickoff, I know I 100% win the game if I score this. But Spoodah uses his acrobats to keep himself in the game, but after this, I actually used my brain for the first time in this whole video. And instead of going for another shot, I took the ball back to my own half to keep the ball away and stall time off the clock. Now, this could have been risky, but I played my cards right, and that is how I won the greatest 1v1 in the history of Rocket League 1v1s in history for 1v1s. Use creator code Musty in the item shop, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on post notifications, comment your thoughts on the video, like the video if you enjoyed it, use the link in the description to buy display. Bye.